he called. Prepare lunch for 3 guests today. 3, the word echoed in her mind. She turned slowly toward the kitchen. There was barely enough food for 1, but before she could speak, another man entered, a friend, and just like that, Madhav was distracted. "I'll be back by noon," he said, rushing out. The door closed, and silence returned. Sujata stood still, listening to her own breath, feeling the weight of reality press down on her chest. This was no longer about patience. This was survival. Her eyes slowly moved toward the corner of the kitchen. There it was, heavy, solid, unmissable. An idea sparked. Not cruel, not harmful, but clever, very clever. She picked up the pestle and cleaned it carefully. Then, with deliberate movements, she applied kumkum and haldi to it, bright red, deep yellow. It now looked sacred, important, ritualistic. She placed it in the center of the house, where no one could ignore it. Then she waited. The sun climbed higher. Footsteps approached. Voices followed. The guests had arrived. Sujata welcomed them warmly, as always. Her smile was calm, controlled, convincing. But their attention quickly shifted to the pestle. Decorated, honored, almost worshipped. "This is unusual," said one. "What is it for?" Sujata paused, just long enough. Then she leaned in slightly, lowering her voice. "It is part of my husband's vow." Their curiosity deepened. "What vow?" She exhaled softly. "As an act of devotion," she said, "he believes that before feeding any guest, he must tap them on the head with this pestle." Silence. The room froze. She raised her hand gently. "Do not be afraid," she added calmly. "He is a kind man. He does not hit hard, just a small tap." Then, almost casually, 3 times. The guests looked at each other. No one laughed, no one spoke, because something about her tone felt real, too real. Chairs scraped the floor, feet moved, and suddenly they were gone, running fast. Moments later, Madhav returned. He stopped at the entrance, confused. "Why are they leaving?" Sujata turned to him composed. "They left suddenly." Madhav frowned. "Did you say something wrong?" Sujata shook her head. "They wanted the pestle, but I refused. It was my mother's." Madhav's face changed instantly.